All right, everybody, we're starting this right off the bat here. We're gonna have Team 8 versus the Zookeepers. Actually, this game. Team 8 versus the Zookeepers. Let me just fix this really quick. I'm sorry, I apologize. You know, I'll fix it when we get in. We're gonna have a Vagar band and a Olaf band coming in immediately with a Zach and a Lucian. Now, very interesting. So, two bands directly onto the mid laner, 2KT Pizzle. And we've got Olaf band coming in. I would assume that's probably in the jungle there. The Zac band, yeah, Zac is just a really good jungler. That's all I have to say. And Lucian and Syndra. Syndra highly played overall. I believe Bo3 actually just played it more recently. Lucian, I don't know how it fares on Chaos Star, but yeah, Lucian. I have no review of Lucian. For the 9th game in a row, Amumu. I don't know what it is about this champion, people. I don't have anything to say about Amumu. I've probably already said it enough times. So you're going to have a Kennen and an Evelynn coming in. See there? That's what I'm talking about. You get some new picks in here. I don't want to keep seeing Amumu every game. It's like, guys, calm down. Calm down. So you're going to have an Evelynn and a Kennen coming in. So I wonder where that Kennen's going to go. He possibly will go into top lane, which will be pretty good. He's pretty good in mid lane as well. The Evelynn will provide the team with a lot of like passive presence, where you kind of got to respect and play back because you don't know where the Evelynn is unless you spot her on her camps. So are they just gonna play the same composition? Okay, so if anybody who has watched, most of the people that are watching are still the same people. They're playing relatively the same composition. Jace is gonna go into the top lane. Amumu is gonna be in the jungle. The Sivir will be an AD carry right now. Jinx is open, and Big Dog is going to play Jinx. Now, Big Dog prides himself, I think, on being a Jinx main out of silver or something of that nature. Maybe out of gold. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that pick. Apparently, he's very comfortable on it. So, we'll see what he can do. Now, the Xerath pick, just very interesting, actually. I don't think this is a fantastic pick for the composition, but it might be a comfort pick for 2KT Pizzle. As of right now, their team composition is highly squishy, and there is absolutely no one to peel for the Xerath. So if Xerath takes teleport like he looks like he's going to, once his flash is gone, he's basically a sitting duck. Alright, so there it is again. The Victor into mid lane and the Bard. I have nothing else to say about that. And you're going to also see the Janna coming in for a bot lane here. Janna's going to be really good disengage for them with the Amumu. Might just match up the ultimates, and you basically can stop the engage of the Amumu. Can't really blame Team 8 for picking the same champions every game. I mean, if people are going to let them do it, I guess. I myself am just a little tired as a caster. Listening or seeing Amumu every game. Every game I have casted, I have seen Amumu. So, yeah. I don't have much to say about that other than I've seen Amumu every game. So, we'll see what happens with these team compositions. Clearly, clearly, you're looking for a team fight. Mumu, it's just going to press R. Bard will be just looking to get a Mumu into the bot lane. Sivir is going to give speed up so Mumu can get in. And Victor can stay close to do his damage. Now, the Kennen is a fantastic counter engager. Alright? I get to talk about a new champion. The Kennen is fantastic at counter engaging because if someone engages upon you, all Kennen has to do is press R and run through the team. And he will CC everybody on the team with his Chain Lightning. And he will lock down their team and do good amounts of damage. And he will Zhonya's so that no one can focus him while he's doing so. Now, one of the biggest issues here that I'm going to see is that their team is extremely squishy. Meaning they don't have a front line at all. So you're kind of reliant on the Jinx being able to shred through the Amumu later in the game. And if you're playing for the early game, you need to be able to snowball. You need to be able to get the Xerath roaming, using his ultimates to help out either bot or top lane. And the Evelynn has to be counter jungling the Amumu, smacking him around in his own jungle, putting him back, because once he gets 6, he's going to start to have a lot of presence in lanes. And not to say that Evelynn's not going to have presence, but her presence stems from, level 2, 3 on. And at that point, it's just her being invisible that gives her a presence, not quite her ultimate. I don't know. I don't know who's the monster, but I'm already tired of seeing Amumus. It's just that, like, I don't know. I'm not a fan because, I mean, yeah, it's cool, it's a Mumu, but having a Mumu played every single game, I just like, it's not that interesting. I mean, I'm gonna say he presses R. That's all I can say is a Mumu presses R. So that's all there is. You press R. So I can't be like, that jungler's outplaying this jungler. There's no outplay. It's just he's a Mumu, he presses R. It's more shocking to me that no one has done any research and actually banned. But considering Team 8 has played the same composition every game. That's actually more shocking to me than anything. Alright, so we're going to mute this music here. And we're going to get on into our game. This is the finals of the fall 2016 boosted LANimals LAN tournament. And this is between, here we go. This is between Team 8 and, sorry, this is not the correct team. Zookeepers. The Zookeepers. There we go. Sweet. All right, let's see what they can do here. We'll get this bad boy going. Now, between both compositions, honestly, like I said, you're just looking at team fight. Both compositions looking to do some kind of team fighting. The Siege is quite better with Zookeepers. Their Siege is quite better. However, straight up team fights, you're going to see Mumu coming in. You're going to see the Kennen trying to initiate. I do like the fact that Steeled Slagle, I guess, picked Janna. Is fairly good disengage. However, I don't think he planned to have Storm Raider Surge. So that's something that could probably get asked. But I don't think he planned to have Storm Raider Surge. Because it doesn't do anything for him. So chances are that was an accident. And he did not do his masteries. But, you know what? Let's hope that it doesn't affect him too much. If anything, this should be a best of 3. We'll see who wins. I'm sorry, oh my god. Having to talk about Amumu's has really just thrown off my mood. But let's see what they got. Let's see if there's standard starts, if they're going to just put up a line of scrimmage so that no one can invade, or if they use the Evelyn as a ward, basically, to set up for an invade. This will be interesting to see. I do love that Jinx skin. I do plan to purchase it, actually. There will be an invade. It's the Evelyn, actually. The Evelyn actually will be ward spotting here. They will see. They will see the Evelyn. They're going to get a good amount of damage a little early. I think they definitely should have waited on that. They knew the Amumu was standing there. Possibly get some damage down before he can recall. Now he's just going to actually recall. They did take the good time to throw down a ward. The Xerath actually placed a ward on the red buff. So that was very smart. They used it to get vision and not just to get damage. Minions are going to spawn. And we will have our game underway. Let us see. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so can't see the health bar on the camp, but it looks like they got a good leash there. No one's gonna steal anything from either of them, and it looks like the Amumu is gonna start his red buff. So a little bit different of a leash here. They will be slightly late to lane. I don't think they'll pay for it. But now we're gonna see the matchup between the Kennen in the top lane and the Jace. Now, Kennen's matchup isn't too bad against Jace, considering they're both range champions for the most part. And Jace can knock him away, but if he gets a stun, it's pretty worth it. Such a cool skin. Such a cool skin. So yeah, let's see. Victor's getting shoved in really early. It looks like by the Xerath. And bot lane is going to go fairly even, or so I would believe. Yeah, looks like Xerath is going to continue to shove him in. He's getting that mana regen from his auto attacks. Early trade happening there. All right, so let's move this. Let's move this. Good. We are going to see the Evelyn spotting the Amumu, but I don't think they're going to be fighting over this. I don't think Evelyn should have burned her E there. She does have Ignite. She will get the kill onto the Amumu, and that will be first blood. Gonna land a stun down onto the Victor. Victor will have to flash this. He does flash, and he does get out. Oh, Jace with the shock blast taking out Evelyn just as she was recalling. I think she only had about a second left on that recall when I looked away. It's pretty good. Jace getting the double buffs. That might actually tilt the lane. Xerath gonna miss that. He should get his auto attack down for the mana regen. There we go. So Jinx looking to shove in the Sivir. It's not something you'll see often. Gonna land Cosmic Binding, but nothing will follow up. Janna Tornado gonna be shielded away, so no Howling Gale there. Jay's looking to try and jump in on the Kennen here, but Kennen playing the space game. Being mindful of his range actually right now. It's pretty good. Alright, so we got some stuff happening at top lane here. Let's see. There's going to be a gank happening, and the Bard actually getting them in at bot lane. Nope. Evelyn about to make a nice little sneaky play here. I don't know if he spotted out, but we're about to see if he spotted out. Nah, I guess he was. There's a pink ward there. There's a pink ward there. He knows that Evelyn is near. He's playing safe. That's what you need to do. Yeah, it's not like he needs to be in the brush, but sure. So, Kennen playing up. Gonna put a good amount of damage down onto the Jace. Not enough to even talk about, though. Oh, Banderstar's coming over the wall onto the Evelyn. Shockblade's gonna miss. Not gonna be enough damage to actually do anything. I think both the Victor and the Xerath will get there about the same amount of time, but there we go. The E will zone, and there will be no more chase. Level advantage there, gone away. Everyone's level 5. Level 6 is in mid. Xerath very low on mana, but he does have that regen, as I mentioned before. He's looking to shove out this wave really quickly to keep the Victor pushed back. Victor starts shoving the wave. He will get to just wave clear and leave. All right, now, so we're looking at this. CS is about even across the board in most lanes except for top. Top has about a 10 CS lead, but I think most of that accrued just from the recall there. Amumu sitting about even with the Evelyn. However, Evelyn and Amumu will both be coming up on level 6. We're going to see what their first gank path will be. As I said, Evelyn's still strong at level 6, still invisible as usual. And Amumu's level 6 will be very impactful as long as he can land his first ultimate. No stun by the Bard there. Okay, so Evelyn was spotted. She was spotted on her own, ward on her own blue buff. They are keeping track of where the Evelyn is, so they do know. Kennen gonna clear out this pink ward. They know Evelyn's not near, so it is safe for them to you know, give a little poke damage onto him and stuff like that. If Amumu had come up to engage, it could have been really good for them. However, teammate just gonna continue farming this one out. Zookeeper is happy to do the same. Alright, so Moonba doing a little bit of counter jungling here, but he is going to get caught out. We have 3 collapsing onto him. If he has his flash, he will get out. And he does have his flash, but the Kennen stun will come in. Victor just walking into that. He's going to flash out as well. But the ultimate from the Xerath going to wipe him off the map. Turn him to dust. Xerath looking super strong right now. 2 kills on the board. Going to be coming back to lane flexing when he gets that Morella Namicon. So, small little trade in bot lane, nothing to even talk about. A little bit of damage. Bard Q was pretty far off. Potion being popped here. I think Jinx looking to actually do something, so trying to top herself off. Down about 10 CS, it looks like. Now you've got Jace doing what he usually does so far. Up about 12 CS. Oh, but my goodness, the amount of damage coming out from the Xerath. It looks like the wave clear game is being played in mid, but I think the Xerath is actually winning this one. He's got quite a bit of damage down onto the Victor while wave clearing, and I think Victor's going to end up losing at least 2 waves here. If Xerath can actually shove it out, he does have full mana. He can do so. He knows the Victor's going back, so this will actually increase his advantage experience-wise, and he will go up a full level over him, I think. So it's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what the Evelyn can do here. It's quite a bit of time that we have, a Mumu roaming around the map, having to try and get anything done. But they have been pressuring. Evelyn has been using her invisibility to catch out the Amumu, just like last time with the collapse of her team. So as long as they keep communicating, Evelyn's very, very good at roaming and just not being seen because she's invisible. It looks like Victor's having a very tough time dodging skill shots in the mid lane until I guess that. And no, Jinx Rocket will not hit. But you know what? That would have been fantastic. Gotta say it. Now, Victor just came back and he got shoved out again. So that means he's going to be set back even further. There was a 1 level advantage now. Let's see what this advantage is. Xerath, half a level. Victor, under half a level. So he's just over a full level ahead of him. Now, if this continues, you're going to see a great discrepancy between mid laners here. The Jinx and the Sivir looking to try and 1v1. The heal coming in. Right there, when he knew he had Janna coming, he should have just continued to fight. It would have baited. Bard ultimate. Temper Fate landing. Sivir going to throw a Boomerang Blade. They think they're fine. Evelyn is actually here waiting in the wings. Waited too long, I think, though. Gonna go ham onto the Sivir. Gonna pick her up. Oh, the double stun lands, but it's not going to be enough. It doesn't matter. Evelyn waited really, really long there. That was really close. But you know what? Right place, right time. Pick up a kill. Good job. Well done. So this game, Amumu taking a lot more punishment than he was in the previous games. This is what happens when people actually play a jungler who can abuse you, catch you out when you make mistakes, things like that. Everyone's been playing tanks. And, banning, I don't know, God knows what. So Evelyn going to make her way back out onto the map. Amumu going to pick up his red buff again. Let's see what he can do with this. He does have his ultimate available, and you don't want to see him pop it again in another situation where there's no possible way for him to get a kill. It's just for him to be scared or to panic. Evelyn looks like she's going to be showing at bot lane, though. They're shoving this out. She will be able to actually do something in a second. All right, Jace going in super hard, but he doesn't see the Xerath. The flash is going to happen, and I'm trying to... no damage is going to happen there. All right, we're fine. So, flash out by the Jace. Everything's peachy. We will see a fight happening here. There's an initiation onto the Sivir. Gonna rock it, not gonna get anything but a little bit of damage onto the Bard. Bard taking a little more damage. Victor making his way down. They do not see the Victor, however. There are pink wards covering. They will see the Victor now as he arrives. And I think he'll just make his way back to mid lane while the Xerath continues to just crush the wave. He's up about 10 CS here. Not too big of a deal. 15 CS. He will get back. Victor will get that little bit of that wave that's left. Try and tie it up. But the experience advantage is what's going to be killing him eventually. Top is now just about evened out. It's about 7 CS difference. Not too much in general. The gold is just about dead even, within 40, 30 gold of each other. So no real advantages on the map outside of in mid lane and in the jungle. Mid lane is sitting on about 1.5k advantage, and jungler is sitting on about 1.1. There will be an invade here onto the Amumu again. The stun into the Amumu. Amumu will pop his ultimate. He is ignited, and he will die. Another kill will go over to 2KT Pizzle. Sivir will use her ultimate. They will get rid of that pink ward, and there's nothing left to worry about. So, once again, invading the Amumu, catching him out, making him pay for being a Amumu. This is actually what I've been waiting for all game. As a caster, seeing picks and bans throughout the course of the day, it's very easy to say whenever people just continue to pick a Moo and no one punishes it, it's very worrisome. It makes you think that throughout an entire tournament, is anyone going to adapt to what their opponents are doing or just continue to keep playing what they want to play? And clearly, right now, the Zookeepers have adapted to what, you know, whether it's champions they do want to play and it just so happened. Oh my goodness, as I'm talking, the Xerath comes down and just destroys the bot lane. However, the Janna's going to save the Jinx with a ridiculous monsoon that actually pushes out the Amumu and saves herself. There's no reason for Janna to turn around there. None at all. Janna turned around for a split second. The flash over the wall. Gonna get caught. There was absolutely no reason for Janna to turn around there. Janna turned around to just like see something. So as I was saying, yeah, really great monsoon by the Janna there to actually disengage the Amumu and save the Jinx. So good by her part. I think that little, I don't know what she was doing there when she stepped back, but maybe she misclicked or something like that. Amumu going to take a good amount of damage here. Damage going out pretty heavily. The Xerath going to be able to probably poke him out. And oh, there's a Jinx Rocket coming. Jinx Rocket almost steals it. Evelyn going to jump in there. Oh my goodness, the Victor's almost dead. Victor almost dead. Is the Jace going to get caught out here? The Jace is taking serious amounts of damage. Serious amounts of damage. Is this going to be it? He can't jump to anything. There are minions down the wave, though. He's going to get hit by another one, and he is down. Evelyn will pick that up with the, I believe they're called Torment Spikes. What is it? Oh, that's not Evelyn. Dark Frenzy and Hate Spikes. That's what they are. Hate Spikes. Picking them up with the Hate Spikes. Xerath tanking a tower for no reason. That's a great thing to just get my camera back on. So as of right now, the Evelyn and the Xerath tearing apart the map. It is pretty plain to see. Like I said, it could happen that, you know what, that Evelyn pick was just something he likes to play. But it's paying off because it fits the role. It fits the role of the counter jungle. What you need to abuse the Amumu inside the jungle. He is not able to do much. He actually went a more offensive build and built a Echo. I mean, if you're the only tank, build tank. He's building a Sunfire Cape next. He tried to bait him in, but they did spot it out. Pretty good. Evelyn is here, and they don't know Evelyn's here. So you will see quite a bit of fight happening here. And there's going to be a huge ultimate going down. Temper Fate actually going to save the Evelyn from taking any damage right here. Janna Howling Gale going to actually take care of that. The Xerath is here to party, people. How much damage is going to go down? Nobody? Oh, man. I'm going to let down. Amumu coming in. He's going to look to bandage toss in and hit multiple people with his ultimate. He's actually only going to get 2. And not important members, actually. Xerath not going to be able to lay down. Almost! Victor will claim one of those kills. Xerath not able to. Psych. My bad. Jinx going to be able to troll the Victor and actually finish off with the help of Xerath and take him down. So Evelyn never actually left, guys. She was just invisible. You have to think Evelyn's everywhere and she's nowhere. Jinx gonna finish off this tower. That's gonna be another tower for their team. And quick recall coming in. Jinx picking up 2 kills there. Very, very nice. Actually puts her solidly ahead of the Sivir. That's gonna be about a 1.5k gold lead. If Jinx is able to finish her IE, it's going to be bad times. You're already having bad times in jungle and in bot lane. So with a monstrous Xerath and a monstrous Jinx if she finishes IE, this is exactly the scenario that I said could possibly happen. If they get ahead early, they can just rush at the other team, with the Kennen especially, and just do tons of damage. However, Xerath did his own wood cutting, if you will, and carved out his own lead with honestly, very little help. He was there. He capitalized on most things that were. He was very opportunistic, I want to say. Gonna seal another turret. That's all the outer tier turrets down. This will open up the map for them now to rotate in and actually start to be a little more sneaky with it, because you have an Evelynn, and that Evelynn without those turrets up can basically go anywhere. You will see the recall happen, and that's extremely dangerous, actually. Amumu looking to hide at top lane here. Could possibly try and get something off of the Kennen. I don't think they will, but it's a possibility. Oh, flash for a flash. Amumu misses the bandage toss, but you know what? Good flash by the Chancellor over here. Oh, Evelynn coming in. Gonna take down the Jace. And the engage coming in by the Kennen. Zhonya's will clear him up, and that will probably be enough to take him down. Jinx Rocket gonna miss, but you know what? It was about the support. The team had a coordinated play. They knew what they wanted. And again, no one has stopped. Oh my goodness. The amount of damage that's gonna come out here. Booyah. Almost kills him, actually, because guess what? He's level 11 or 13, so he's got the second rank. It's one more shot. He fooled him pretty hard. Now, it's about the team coordination. They had the idea, they had the plan, they went for it. Whether the Jinx Rocket hits or not, you are there to help your team. I'm liking the coordination coming out from the Zookeepers. I can see why they made it into the finals, and we'll see that if Team 8 is somehow able to adapt and play at this rate of just speed and teamwork, this will actually force Team 8 to see if, like, we're going to see if they can adapt, they can change their picks, their bans if they lose this game, how they can come back from it. Flash going out, a mistempered fate, hits nothing. Evelynn just straight up engaging. Alright, so I think they're going to peel off here, and the Zookeepers are going to go and pick up this Infernal Drake, which would do a lot, actually, for their team composition. There are no wards here, so I think they might actually just hang out in the brush to see if someone's actually doing it. They're going to throw a ward over, most likely. Oh, he's in the pit, and he should die, actually. That is a terrible move by the Bard. Greedy. Just greedy. He thought no one was there, and he decided he was going to pick up a chime? Are you serious? Are you serious? All right, so, yeah, that was a terrible play. You burn your one way over and out of the wall, or across the wall, to get into a situation that you can't escape from after your teammates have aggroed the dragon. That's, I don't know, that made no sense to me. So they're going to rotate up here, easily going to get this top tier too. Jace going to try and make a stand, but at this point, Xerath poke is too strong for you. Xerath going to hit a Q, going to hit a W, and whatever your team member is, whether it's a Jace, whether it's a Victor, whether it's a Sivir, they get hit by two skills. They're probably chunked out and they need to recall. And right now, Sivir is recalling, Victor is recalling. Another mistempered fate. I think this is going really poorly. Their miscommunication as Evelynn engages. Kennen will come in. Slicing Maelstrom just going to eat the team up through exhaust. Finally, the Xerath. Oh my god. The Xerath just raining down damage across the entire team. Jinx going to finish off and flash. Xerath going to make sure that the disengage happens. Throwing out stuns, throwing out Qs. Jinx finishes off the tower, gets her speed buff, flashes away. So that was one of the situations where you're kind of trying to push the envelope. You didn't need to finish the tower there, but you wanted to finish the tower, so it cost him his flash. But you know what? No harm, no foul. So, right now, Evelyn has just finished a Lich Bane, has a Proto Belt, and another Giant's Belt on top. She might be building Rylai's. This Evelyn does a lot of damage. And as of right now, it looks like Team 8 is in just, I don't even know, in all sorts. They don't look like they have a clear objective as to how they're going to come back here. What they need to be doing. Warding is half the battle right now. You've got a couple wards down. They're warding defensively, which is the proper way you're supposed to be warding whenever you're behind in a game. So you just need to see the other team. You don't need to know if they see you. That's basically it. If you're behind, you don't need to see if the other team sees you. So you need to ward as much as possible here. Now, what you need to do is every time you think someone's out of position, is Bard needs to be throwing his ultimate down onto whoever it is, one person if you have the vision, and catch them out. Get the pick, make it a 4v5. At this point, however, I don't know if making it a 4v5 is enough. Xerath does a lot of damage, and the Evelyn is able to almost just one-shot the Sivir. Sivir will absorb with the spell shield. Evelyn possibly going to go down. Monsoon actually going to get enough. No, he will get taken down by the Ignite. Janna might be second to go down as T-Pizzle laying down damage. Janna will get dropped. Xerath still burning up the entire team. Here comes the slicing maelstrom across the team. You will finish off the Amumu. The Victor will drop down, and here comes the Jinx. Gonna finish off, gonna land a zap and put down the Jace. That will be a complete ace of Team A. They will push this in and possibly get the inhibitor. That was one of the longest kites ever. You have to know when to take your advantage and leave. And they continued to push it, continued to push it. That was a 4v5. Jinx shows up at the end, who is actually sitting on a lot of kills. Shows up at the end to clean up the fight with the help of the Xerath. The slicing maelstrom was beautiful. Took out the Victor, who was overconfident, thought he could get that. Did not. And at that point, they had only killed the Evelyn and the Janna. Janna had already burned her ultimate, almost saved the Evelyn, healed up the rest of the team so they could kite out. Gave them the space that they needed to disengage. After that, you're Janna, you don't need to do anything. It's okay if you die. Locket's finished. What else we got? Sorry. Zanya's has been finished for the longest time. Evelyn, I don't know if she's going to finish building her Rylai's there. And Leandry's being finished for the Xerath. There is way too much damage on this team for no one to be building, especially no one building MR. Everyone's building single target MR or their own MR. Bard is finished Frost Queens before getting MR for the team. Once the Xerath had 2 kills, I'd have been building that. Honestly, I'd have just built the Locket. That was probably top priority. I'm seeing that more and more in a lot of these games, that people are just saying, oh, I don't have to build this, we're fine. I don't have to build this, we're fine. And then their team ends up paying for it. So, at any point, they don't have too much vision. They just drop a blue trinket down. They don't have too much vision on that Baron. But I do believe that, oh, she's going to get poked out so hard. That's going to take down, and T-Pizzle will go legendary. Xerath spraying down damage left and right anytime he feels like it. Evelyn going to free engage. That will be picked up by the Jinx rocket. They will fully engage with Slicing Maelstrom. Amumu will go down. Evelyn will not stop. Gets hit by the Cosmic Binding, but it doesn't even matter. This will end the game. They've got minions pouring in both sides. Going to take this inhibitor. You've got 20 seconds plus on most. It will not be enough to have the Victor stand there and pretend that he's a threat when we know he's not. This game is over, ladies and gentlemen. This is best of 3. This is game 1 of the Fall 2016 Boosted LANimals LAN Tournament. Game 1 finished and taken by the Zookeepers. Team 8, get back to the drawing board. New picks and bans. Because what you got isn't working. All right, so what we're looking at here is exactly what I was saying about Amumu picks since the start of the day. Someone picks Amumu, you have a jungler who can abuse Amumu. It's exactly what happens. They first picked Amumu because they think Amumu is top tier or is the priority, at least in this LAN tournament. If you picked Amumu and I counterpicked with Evelyn and I beat the crap out of you, now what do? What is your pick ban strategy now? What becomes top priority for you? That's something that is going to change from team to team. And the biggest deal here is that if that's your pick, that's your jungle, you have to show something else now. Because unless you feel that it was just, oh, you know, they caught me out once in a while, it wasn't the team composition, you need to change a pick. You need to think about how it's going, because when you look at the other team, you don't let them get Xerath now. You don't let them get Evelyn. Kennen even did a ton in that game. Jinx did a ton. But you don't let them get Xerath. And you don't let them get Evelyn. And now when you ban those champions, you have to think. You banned Zilean. You banned Veigar. Is it better for you to have Zilean or Veigar? That's all upon your team to decide. Is it better that you let them have Zilean or Veigar? How much worse is it going to be for you? And do you have an answer for it? Because as of right now, like I said, they as a team, they weren't playing well. Team 8 did not play well. This is probably the worst game that we've seen Team 8 do in all of the LAN. And it just looked like Zookeepers had their number this game. Honestly. Like whether it was they actually, you know, didn't want to ban anything that they knew they would play, or they had a response to it. This game, Bard was never really able to get much out of, you know, journeying through the wall with the Amumu, because guess what? You have a Janna. Janna disengages that. See ya. Just for the Q. And that's what happened. Jace never got super far ahead. He was only about 10 CS ahead at most points. So you get a little bit ahead. Couldn't roam. Couldn't really roam. Had to stay because of the Kennen. Victor got shoved out of lane multiple times within the same minute that he recalled, walked back, got shoved out again by the Xerath. Xerath had way more wave clear, could deal with Victor's wave clear, and could poke him out without actually having to trade with Victor. So now you need a new mid laner, or you need to ban their mid laner. And at that point, who are you going to pick to, you know, if you don't ban the Xerath, who do you pick to play against the Xerath? Do you have a champion in your pool that can play against Xerath? Do you have something that can abuse the Xerath? Because Xerath he's not mobile. So you had a Bard. Bard perfect for Xerath. You just throw ultimate onto him. But you never got to that point. You never got to that point. Because by that time, Evelyn had run all over your map. Had killed your jungler so many times. Had killed people in lane so many times. Evelyn was massively fed. Xerath was massively fed. And that enabled the Jinx to get fed after that. And the Kennen to get big. So we're going to see what their next picks and bans are, because what they've got right now, their team composition, clearly outmatched. 5 kills to 30, clearly outmatched. The gold lead was monstrous. Not a single person in double digits. Not even close to 10K. While everyone over 10K and clear of it. So just by looking lane to lane, champion to champion, you've got a 5K gold lead in mid lane. In the jungle, you have almost a 5K gold lead again, 4.5K. So just that alone, you're sitting on almost 10K gold lead. In the top lane, you have over a 2.5K, just about a 2.5K gold lead, so 12.5K. Then you've got Jinx, who's sitting on a almost 4K gold lead. And then you have the Janna, who has a 3K gold lead over the Bard. So you're looking at almost a 20K gold lead, 18K gold lead by the end of the game. In a 29-minute game. So picks and bans need to get changed up. You need to think about what's important in your team composition, what's important in their team composition. Get rid of what's important in their team composition, or play away from their strengths, because that did not happen this game. You need a jungler who can pressure mid lane, because as of right now, you saw between that Xerath matchup and that Victor matchup, you need a jungler who can affect that lane. You need a jungler who can take advantage of whatever mid laner that T-Pizzle is going to pick, and you need to be able to abuse him in lane early. We're going to wait for the next game to pop up. I will put some music on for you guys. Feel free to chat it up, and we'll see what they do for the next game.